A bit after midnight. It's a long road, an empty sidewalk. You do as you're told. A bit after midnight, like a dog, you want to fight. It's a long pathway, and it's all been sold. Used to be lively, but I had a death in my vogue. You don't go out no more, hidden in the darkness. You crack open the door, little button feather, tethered leather, like a box in a warehouse, left to gather shelter. Helter-skelter goes the blues. Helter-skelter go the folk. Helter-skelter goes the jazz. Helter-skelter in your rock and roll. Weathered, withered shelter for your worn-out haberdasher. Thanks for being here, everybody. This is Grant Sabin on trumpet, Dylan Teifer on keys, and me, Daniel James Eaton on the voice. This next one's called Electric Therapy.
What's that? Oh, I'm gonna fit 2 poems. That's one.
100,000 pounds of a ruby red lipstick in your dresser drawer. Eyeliner, high fidelity old timer. It pets a big cat at the top of the stairs. Eyes lit up, she says, stay right there. She gives me hand-wired, a full-powered electric therapy. A room with 1,000 faces. Play the guitar like I never knew. And I saw my life flash from red to blue. It was hand-wired, full-powered electric therapy. My ears don't know each other, but my eyes can see sound. I said maybe after I get out of here, I'll see you around. The underneathiness of it all, with the money and such, was too much. Like too many cooks in the kitchen, all gathered around by the sink. There's an eggplant, and its purple is starting to melt. They argue all around like an asteroid belt. But me? No. I'm on a mission. Like two lambs in an ale can on a Saturday night in the middle of Vegas. It's too much for the man who has everything. He's pushing buttons, causing other people's phones to ring. Asking, hey, have you ever heard of this before? In my way, telling me I've never heard of this before. I tried to find a mess of my own to crawl into and die like a parasite. But everybody pulled me back out, lippy parse. Heard it all before. Grateful I didn't start a war. I finally made the best of my id. I cracked open my lid. Now it won't shut right. Fortunate to hear all the rumors, the musical tumors growing inside. At the very bottom of Eden's cave, you'll find all the trinkets that they left there. An aloe vera plant still remains, but it needs to be watered soon. No, I can't do it. I'll be on the moon. No, I can't do it. I'll be on the moon. Thank you.
Cool. Gotcha. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Come on, let's do it. It's a good key for humor. Fun key. Swish.
I was walking down the road one day, a long and lonesome road. I could feel it in my soles of my boots, that is. So I knew I needed to take a side step and find a shoe guy. So I headed down the road. I got into town and I found a shoe guy. I walked in and I said, I need to get these boots resold. He said, sure. I said, how much will it cost to get them resold? He said, heck, it won't cost you anything. In fact, I'll pay you. I said, great. I mean, what a deal. He said, come back in a few days and I'll have the money. Thought it was a little strange he didn't mention the boots. Just a little strange. A few days go by, and I go back and say, were you able to get the boots sold? He said, sure did. Here's 75 big ones. I said, fantastic. Can I get the boots? He said, of course not. I said, why not? He said, because I sold them. Like you asked. I said, well, that's great you sold them. Now, I'd like them back. He said, but I sold them. I said, great. I'd like them back now then. Now at this point, we were both getting pretty frustrated. Not sure what his problem was. I just wanted my boots back, with the new soles on the boots, to be on my way, and then just then a man came in and he was holding a pair of boots. Looked a lot like mine. Only difference was the soles. I said, see this man here? This is what I'm looking for. The man was returning the boots. He left with $100. Then the guy turns to me and says, I can sell them back to you if you really want for that 75. I said, sure. But I think the word you're looking for is sales. He said, sales? There's a boat store next door, actually. I said, boats? No, boots. Anyway, I'm out of here. I got back on that long and lonesome road with my boots.
There you go. Cool. I'm gonna let you talk before I play. See what you're about.
God for one thing, hiding many, giving little, taking plenty. There's a harlot in the streets, her scarlet heart beats for greed. But one must ask her secretly to find, she tells a mystery. Like some ancient sleek Greek pseudo-chick, apothecary limousine, that she's never really felt naked. Until she met someone like you, who lives inside a money zoo, who feeds off silver platters, climbing ladders, office hours. You, who tell me where to sit. You got the role, I got the bit. You, who dress your shoulders gold, while wise men sit in dank and mold. You, who lead by psychic fire, like a legislative growling choir. Howl for hour, 8 p.m. then sit in darkness yet again. What kind of haste is this ivory silhouette? Smoking a cigarette, don't forget it. Still a long time, we sit there like monuments, fortified walls and a dirty carpet. Still alone, all alone, birds on the monuments. Not for long, not for naught. What have I got? Birds get fidgety, wiping their beaks on me, asking me what have I done with my plot. Caught for one thing, hiding many, giving little, taking plenty. The world is hollow, for I have touched the sky. I prod the moon as it is floating by. Fear of sleep, loneliness, heart of gold, no reward, lost in a building, just sleep on the floor. Even in dreams I am lost and have nowhere to go with my thoughts, so I sleep on the floor. There I feel anything, everything lost in a dream. I can fly from the traps that I've made. Free in the air, baby blue, with the little green light shining through from the back of my eyes. Caught for one thing, hiding many, giving little, taking plenty. The world is hollow, for I have touched the sky. I prod the moon as it is floating by. I slip into a dark void with a light or two just to see what I can make of the world. Promise to get well cards under and over the tunnels I trudge through to find my reward. Pillars of lonely hearts staring at windows but not understanding what separates them. Them from the air and the sky that were given to all that have names but fly into the glass. Caught for one thing, hiding many, giving little, taking plenty. The world is hollow, for I have touched the sky. I prod the moon as it is floating by. A scapegoat in a trick room said, I'm here if you need me, but you won't, 'cause you'll figure it out on your own. A taped up boat on the west coast knocks against a brick wall far away as a man tasting rain. Wearing all black with white hair and a little blue hat in his hands, he's holding a tape. He looks over at the scapegoat and says, you've still got that money for me. But he's talking to himself in a mirror. The man has been duped and the poor bastard might not ever leave unless he can realize that it's fake. He can get out of this trick room and back to his life or move on and become something else. He gets a lucky break when he has to pee and heads to the bathroom. But where is it in this trick house? He floats up to the cabinets, feeling the dust on his palms. He looks at his hands and realizes that he doesn't have hands. A text from a man he once knew. It reads, you are not my friend. You are not my friend. You are not. What he could not understand was that he had not awoken, and he was still in the trick room. He vaguely remembers he was talking to somebody new at a wedding or a party before. And suddenly it was black. An old woman came walking by, terrified of him, trying to ward him away. She said, I don't want to know you. I don't want to have trouble from you in my life. So let me walk away. He tries to say hello through all of this. What comes out is a shaky, thin voice that's all covered in tears. I wake up in a cold sweat thinking of the trick room, and if a part of me will always live there. Late to work, late to your life, late to everything, later than a late dinner plate. I am late. Thank you. Copernicus was in the band. He took a vorpal sword in hand. He fought against the mighty shield and audience of Averroes. I met a man from Oklahoma. He seemed a bit deranged. He said he didn't want for much, just to forge his own chains. I didn't understand him then. Must be some fair to midland phrase. But then I put my head down and I worked for days and days. I signed a paper sheet on the weekends to join the big parade. But no matter how early I showed up, the band had already been made. I sat and ate my lunch out in the shade and listened to the band while they played. Looking down at my legs, I saw the chain. Cassiopeia. Then rested he by an old oak tree, later standing nigh to thee. A smile some, a frown among, whilst I was chasing after sun. Cassiopeia. The polymath ran purple in the edges of the corners and the paintings by the dumpster in the rain out in the streets. Cassiopeia. Copernicus was in the band. He took a vorpal sword in hand. He fought against the mighty shield and audience of hollowness. Cassiopeia. On jet black night, jet black goodbyes, you still are haunted, phantom-wise, by all your swarthy alibis under Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia. Thanks, everybody. That one was called Cassiopeia. Tearing at my open hands while lifting heavy dreams to land, I ran my palms between the sand as fortune teller flyers rattled quietly in the distance. The pelican is off again, his feathers floating in the wind. They offer little sentiment to men who dream only to see the flyer in the distance. In the midnight moon that never fails to sink its tooth into the eye of the beholder, biting hard, releasing soon to leave a sunrise in the distance. It's troublesome. Aluminum. It's paper thin. recycling, disposable. The kingdom of the whirlwind is running out of air again, but royalty hath just to breathe its hierarchy to understand the fiction. Luckily, the king of luxury is rich, speaks with impertinence, separated by the crowd, by a fog of great suspicion, but he's in the distance. The pelican is picking up some speed. He beats his wings. He beats them for a way to save his bloodline. Often lost in thought, I am distraught to know that I am simply bought by the outsiders for my legs as long spiders break in due time. For me, the reverie I get from sleep cannot be beat by what I see when I'm awake throughout the day. I keep my eyes peeled on the dream. It's troublesome. Aluminum. It's paper thin. Recycling. Disposable. Thank you. Appreciate the snaps. Loving the snaps. She kissed me and led me out of her room and into the bathroom very quickly and quietly. I said I wanted a cigarette. She said, smoke it in the bathroom, quickly. Don't let her dad know. I could hear him watching the TV in the living room. He was like the dad of all girlfriends. In the bathroom, I realized I could never get away with smoking a cigarette in here and him not knowing. So instead, I flushed the toilet and was gonna leave. Then the toilet started backing up everywhere, going all over the carpeted floor. I looked around, I realized the whole bathroom was like a carpeted bedroom, and it's just flooding. The toilets had like these cushions, like old vinyl chairs, and they were getting destroyed by the toilet water. I got out of there and back into her room and told her I should leave. She escorted me through the window while asking me if I was sure I didn't want to just meet her dad. We talked about how her dad would never accept me in our relationship because I was a girl too. We talked about me just leaving, pretending I was her friend. But I was already out the window. I was this big, beautiful African-American woman. Then I hit the street. I turned into a giant eyeball. And I was looking at this man and this woman through the iris like it was a big stained glass window. The man was dressed like a detective, and his jacket was my jacket. His pants were my pants. His shoes were my shoes. And he was staring right at me through the eyeball window, and it was making my heart beat faster and faster. So I ran as fast as I could to try to get home. It was to an apartment complex, and I was 7 years old. I was walking around the via of the apartment complex. I wasn't able to locate home. Then I woke up and went outside and had a cigarette. So glad to know who I was, where I was, and when I was. The cigarette made my lungs feel really bad, and I couldn't stop coughing. Went back to sleep hoping what I always hope, that the dream world and the death world are different worlds. Because I'm not trying to have some eternal dream where I'm scared and nervous and have Alzheimer's really bad. That one's called Alzheimer's Dream. Thank you. That's the weirdest one. It was a dream I had about being this African-American lady in a relationship with another woman, and the dad wasn't going to accept it, so I had to jump through the window.
Man.
Yeah, and then I woke up and I was like,
What? Shit.
give it up for these guys, Sabin and Teifer.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
Snaps, dude.
Yeah, babe. It's a snap. It's a snap kind of random. So I got two short ones.
Pretty fast. Absolutely. That's like most of my spectrum. It's from goofy to paranoid.
I guess that's a whole lot.
Yeah.
If we were a car, that would be the gears.
That's perfect, because I'm going to stand up to this one with my back. What key do you
Your cream puffed pastry will fail. Your exercise routine will fail. Your business idea for electric shock therapy jewelry will fail. What are your influences? I want to sing like Frank Sinatra. What are your influences? I want to make music like Bob Marley. What are your influences? What are my influences? goodbye to somebody for forever. The way it smells outside when it rains on a sunny day. All the women I ever walked out on, and all the women that ever walked out on me. The first time I saw the ocean and the waves touched the tips of my toes, and my Californian cousin ran his impossibly tan hide back towards the car because it's too cold. But it was warm. It was warm water. Like old bath water that you don't want to get out of. I'm inspired by life itself. I'm inspired by every little moment. I'm inspired. I'm inspired. I'm inspired. And if you create under any other pretext, your cream puffed pastry, your exercise routine, your Bob Marley band will fail. Like, I guess now.
Oh,
I didn't get it.
that's how I feel when I'm here. That was really good, man. That reminded me of Gil Scott here. Gil Scott here. Oh, you did, yeah. You know Gil Scott here, right? That he did like the revolution that like televised. Yeah, oh, that, yeah, heard that? Oh, he's so bad. I don't know. Yeah, that's awesome. That's some really good shit. And it's like, it's kind of like similar to what we do. Cool. Well, that's solid shit. Yeah, I think so. Take a break and just get jam.
Yeah, you guys
I'd be fine with it. At least until like maybe like something. Yeah.
Alright guys, I got 2 more poems for you. Then we're gonna take a little break, and I think these guys are gonna come back and jam a little. If things feel right, maybe I'll read a little Bukowski. Okay, some Bukowski. Okay. Try to find one that's not too R-rated. Yeah. Thanks for coming to this. This is cool. The Ella Fitzgerald was on TV again, but I missed it. A singing lady graced the screen. Her sequins dress sparkling, but there was no elephant. There was no Gerald. There was no Ella Fitzgerald. I wandered around in a swirl of purple. I was yelling for Gerald. This is me yelling for Gerald. When I was a kid, TV was something you turn the lights off for. You sat on the ground for. When I was a kid, Tony Danza tapped around and I thought, that's the man that held Elton John closer. When I was a kid, Ella Fitzgerald had always just walked off screen. That one's about being a little kid and not knowing that Ella Fitzgerald is a person and thinking
I get that.
it was Elephants Gerald.
That's
Trying to
that's
figure
why-
out what
that's
that
why
is.
Elephants Gerald.
Thinking I would see like an elephant.
I
or
thought Elvis was actually the king of America when I was a child. I really thought somebody told. I saw it, and then somebody said that's the king, and I was like, oh, really? Like, yeah.
This one goes out to Elvis, the king.
Of America.
May we all bow to him. Yep, last one, and then a little break. Come back and do some jams. Thanks, everybody.
Like fast, like
It's like a minute. It's like a.
or like fast paced, or
Fast
like,
and good.
yeah,
I'll take my time.
like Bob style kind of thing.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Yeah.
His pupils are cracked, and his eyelids are stained from pulling back the curtains past the window frames to see if any light outside still remains. His numbers hacked. People walk by in jest. Streetlights reflect off the ground and then rest. They can't feel no treasure pain chest, of which will have their kingdom when it's come. Those who said they have to be the one. Blood is a gold hue. You pay the price for the mold, or they get mad. You don't remember when someone told you, don't go chasing after dreams you never had. But who will win the game when it is done? Those who said they have to be the one. It's hot, and then it's cold, but it never really ever is so bad. Thanks, everybody.